Good morning, Green Light the Day family. Happy Monday. This is Kelly. I do not know how to edit, so I'm hoping that Janie was able to do that. If not, I am leaving the link to the little movie underneath that you can watch, and that's what I've done my Green Light the Day on this morning. It's a motivational movie that just speaks to my soul, and I just feel so passionate about it and so inspired, and I feel so many things that I had to talk about it and I had to share, and I'm hoping that it green lights your day and your week as much as it does mine. So before I begin, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving and a happy and healthy Thanksgiving weekend. Okay, so when I first started watching the motivational movie, and I've watched a couple from this individual, they started talking about don't be comfortable or satisfied, that was a negative thing. And the first thing that I thought of is, well, perception is everything. Being comfortable and satisfied, to me, would be nice, with the struggles that I've been through. So, perception. Then, in getting into it, I'm going to be repeating a lot of the quotes, okay? You don't beg people to be phenomenal. You just are phenomenal. And you will attract phenomenal. And it's really true. You know, they talk about the it factor. You know, we all have talents, and they're different for everyone. You have to know what your talents are and work them, you know, nurture them, make them work for you. You know, this speaks to me because I've been an athlete my whole life. You know, I understand the mentality of an athlete. Pushing oneself, challenging oneself. That doesn't mean that someone that's not can't challenge themselves. It just means that that's what speaks to me. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. You know, I think about that in so many areas, not just in athletics. My husband and I have owned a couple of our own businesses, and so many people say, oh yeah, I'm going to do that, or I'm going to try that, or I've been thinking about doing that, and a lot of people comment to him and criticize, you know, his decisions. And the bottom line is if it were easy, everybody'd be doing it. It's not. It's a risk. And you gotta work at it. Anything worthwhile, you have to work at, in my opinion. You know, I have found things in life do not come easy. Anything worthwhile, you have to work for. Oh, this was a big one. The wealthiest place on the planet is the graveyard. Because in the graveyard, we will find inventions we were never exposed to, ideas, dreams that never became reality, hopes and aspirations that were never acted upon. What are you going to do with your time, and what drives you? Holy shit. To me, that is a mouthful. I can think of so many things for 1,000 different reasons that I did not act upon. And you can call them excuses, but those are the decisions that I've made. And how many of us, how many, whew, boy, if you could listen, if you could stand in the graveyard and listen to the hopes and dreams that were never met, never realized, people that were afraid to take the leap, fear made their decision and controlled. It's so, what are you going to do with your time? What drives you? And I do think that that goes together, because what drives me, and I've done plenty of videos on ideals versus values, that we all say that I value this and this is a value to me, but if our actions aren't speaking that same language, then it's an ideal. If it's a value, then that means our actions will be saying that. If our actions are not saying that, then it's an ideal. So what drives us will dictate our actions. Again, this is all my opinion. Stop running from your pain and embrace it. Let it push you to where you need to be. Another mouthful. How many of us have allowed our pain to weigh us down, to be like a ball and chain, rather than embrace it and let it push us and challenge us and push us forward in spite of the pain, to still rise above, which to me brings me back to a saying that I say to myself all the time: through pain comes growth. So when I find myself hitting rock bottom and in the midst of the mud and the grime and the crap, I say to myself, okay, I'm feeling like shit right now, but I know that when I come out on the other side, and I always do, that I'm going to be stronger and wiser, and I'll have learned the lessons that I've needed to learn, and I won't be back. I may go through pain again, but I will have learned the lesson that I won't go through that pain again. If life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. I like that. I've never heard that, and I really like that. I mean, I've always heard, you know, try and land on your feet, or pick yourself up, dust yourself off, but I like it. If life knocks you down, try and land on your back. If you can look up, you can get up. I like that. Say yes to yourself. This really hit home for me too, because I say yes to so many other people in my life, and I work hard and I make so many sacrifices for so many other people in my life, and I put their sacrifices for them before myself, and I have to stop doing that. You know, it doesn't make me a selfish person to put my health and my well-being first, because when I'm happy and healthy, it makes me a better mother, a better friend, a better sister. It makes me a better person to be in whatever relationships I am in. And I forget that very easily, because I'm too quick to put the ones that I love first. Now, let me just do this for them, and then I'll get to me. And sometimes I never get to the things that I want to do or the things that I should be doing for my health. And last but not least, which I have said many, many of times because I got it from the first video that I watched from this gentleman, which was, you gotta want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe. In my opinion, if you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, you will succeed. There is no failure there. I am an asthmatic. I know what it is to not be able to breathe. It is scary. It is difficult. For those of you that have never experienced not being able to breathe, try holding your breath sometime and not gasping for a breath instinctively. It is frightening when you can't. So the desire that you want something so bad and so strong that you want it as bad as you want to breathe, you cannot fail if you want it that bad. And you have to decipher what's in your control. There are some things that aren't in your control. I know that I wanted to have my second child, and I had a lot of difficulty, and I wanted to have her so badly, and I wanted to have her as bad as I wanted to breathe. But it took 4 years. You know, my kids are 4 years apart, so all right, maybe it took 3 years. But I know what it is to want something so bad, but that wasn't necessarily in my control. You know, but some of the other things that I desire, they are. And for me, I'm going back to, I need to say yes to myself. You know, again, I'm speaking for myself. The details are going to be different for you all. Sit down, have a conversation with yourself. What's important to you? What motivates you? What drives you? You know, I've been given some ideas, and we're now entering the end of the year. You know, a lot of people are going to be making New Year's resolutions. I need to make a plan. Maybe I need to write things down and make a contract to myself, for myself, with myself. Because I know that when I commit to something and I'm fully committed, that I'm all in. So I know that the video was long. I don't want this to go on any longer because I'm so passionate about this. I could probably talk for another 10 minutes. So forgive me. I hope you all have a great week. I just feel so passionate about this that it speaks to my soul, that wanting something so bad, acknowledging we have limitations and bursting beyond them regardless of the obstacles, the fears, just sheer determination that comes from within. Just the human spirit throughout history, what we have risen above, and when we come together, what can be accomplished. So I am green-lighting my day and my week, saying yes to myself and making a commitment to myself. Have a great week, guys. Bye.